Today, I'm excited to be interviewing the second singer chosen for Aeon the Gathering. You may already have seen our first singer, Adele Henderson from Aberchirder, or Foggie as it is to us, but if you haven't, you can check that out at the link below. Now, we're going to meet a talented young man who is taking on I'm the Bridge, one of two songs from Aberdeen. He comes from a small place just outside Stonehaven in Aberdeenshire called Netherley, which is just along the road from this wonderful setting. We're going to meet him at Finn Moray HQ.
I'm the bridge you barely notice, but I know your mom's maiden name. I've heard your secret slurred at midnight. I've watched you kiss and shift the blame. You think you're free, cause you keep moving, but you're stitched into my frame. And oh, the tide keeps turning, but I remain.
Rhuaridh, lovely to meet you. Congratulations on being the second singer chosen for this wonderful project. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I feel like it's a good opportunity to do more with my music and branch out a wee bit.
So talk to me a bit about your music and how you got started.
So I've grown up listening to music. My whole family always got music on, especially like driving to school in my mum and dad's car, just like listen to all of theirs. And then for some reason I picked up a guitar and it's just been that ever since. And it's only the last year or so that I've been doing being more serious about music. So playing gigs and releasing songs, all of that stuff.
So what was it that made you decide, look, this could be something that is a bit more serious?
It's actually a funny story. I was part of Napier Rugby at uni and everyone was out doing 5Ks and stuff for Movember. And I was like, I cannot be bothered doing that. So I wrote a song about men's mental health and they then posted that. And from that I got messaged by a music promoter saying, do you want a gig? And I was like, yeah, why not? And from then it's just spiraled and I've gone on and on.
So how much material did you have at that point?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. I could play covers, but in terms of my own original songs, there was barely anything.
But that's something that's developed over the past year or so?
Yeah, I'm always writing songs or writing lyrics here and there, and if I like it, I'll play it at a gig. And if it doesn't do well, just sack it off. But if it does, maybe get it recorded, go talk to other people about it and just build on it.
So where do you draw from in terms of your writing? What influences the kind of songs that you write?
Just a lot of the music I listen to. So I listen to a lot of country. A lot of the lyrics I write and the style of music is the same, but I don't really have much personal experience that I draw from. I don't know, it's just kind of, I hear something and I think, oh, that would be good in a song, and then write it down.
So you like to try to adjust it to make it more your style, I suppose, as you do that?
It's just whatever comes to mind, and then it kind of just branches out from there. If it's just one line, and then eventually I'll just get a whole song from it and then add the chords and add everything that comes with it.
And is that something that just flows naturally from your point of view? Do you think it's something that was just built in?
Every now and again, sometimes you'll get writer's block and you'll be stuck staring at a blank piece of paper for hours on end, and then sometimes you'll write 3 songs in an hour and it'll be brilliant, but it just depends on the day.
You've mentioned that you're early in your musical career, but you have had a few opportunities, and one in particular with Kyle Faulkner from The View.
Yeah, so around this time last year I flew out to Alicante, Spain, to La Sierra Casa, which is Kyle Faulkner's house and it's his business, and there's a lot of people, like-minded people who are in the kind of early stages of their career. We had guest writers, so Ben Walker was there, who's an up-and-coming artist. Cammy Barnes has been there, loads of people. And we're all just working together to write the best music we can and just have a good time, because that's when you write the best music. And
did you find that he was very supportive in terms of what he could give you, what advice he could give you?
Yeah, at the time he was a wee bit stressed. He had another child on the way, but he gave his 100% to everyone. And just sitting down with him, the way that his mind works, he's so quick with everything, and he's got loads of different like sayings and stuff, and he's a bit of a madman, but he's good at what he does.
And do you find that you've picked up things during that camp that you feel will benefit you in the future?
Yeah, so there's like some writing techniques, and also just the connections. So we're all added to a group chat and we all just still talk and give each other opportunities all the time, which is really good.
Rhuaridh, talk to me a bit more about your music and what direction you're heading in.
So I've released 2 songs. One's called Drowning, which is my biggest one. It's got just under 8,000 streams. And the other one didn't do as well, but it's called Distant Memories. They're both pretty sad songs, but they're both a wee bit upbeat. They're all on Spotify and on every streaming site.
I suppose the big issue for you at this very early part of your career, it is getting that promotion. It is getting out there, isn't it? Yeah,
that's the part that I struggle with. Like the writing, the recording, that all comes easy, but who do I send this to? How do I like come off in this video? Like doing all of that stuff is the difficult part. So I'm hoping this is another opportunity to kind of get that across.
And it is, I mean, as I say, still early on, it is about finding your feet and really beginning to develop your style, I guess.
Yeah, so the first 2 songs that I've put out they're great. I love them and I'm happy with them, but I think my style's changing just over the months, and I'm going to go for a more acoustic style and just evolve as much as I can to be a better musician.
You obviously come from Netherley, from the northeast. Does the area from where you come, does that influence your writing? Does that have a part to play?
Going to school in Stonehaven, I met my music teacher, who's massive influence in what I've done. He's like, that whole community has pushed me forward a lot. So
you said that when you started, you were having to do some covers. Since then, it's really been your own stuff. Is this going to be difficult for you, taking on I'm the Bridge?
I thought it would be at the start. I was like, this is weird, playing someone else's song, like with the intention of like playing it live for them. I was like, it's a wee bit of a different situation, but the more I play the song, the more it feels like I connect with the lyrics and it becomes my own.
I have to say, I watched your audition video and clearly that came across actually. There's a real personal touch to it. So is that something that you've kind of had to develop as you've played it and begun to learn more and more about the song?
That was a bit of a struggle because I was trying to get that done as fast as possible because I had a deadline, but at the same time I was like, I want this to be as perfect as possible, so I was just playing it over and over again, and my flatmate ended up telling me to just shut up and record it. So.
And how did you find out about the Finn Moray project in the first place?
So my dad texted me saying David or Finn Moray has got like this project that he's working on, and there's a song that I think you'd be good for. So he sends me the song and the lyrics, and he's like, record a video of you singing it but without the guitar and send it to David. I'm like, oh God, because I don't feel comfortable singing without the guitar. I don't know, it's just a mental thing. But I ended up doing it and worked well, so went on from there.
And when you heard the song for the first time, were there any particular lyrics, or was there anything musically about it that really struck a chord with you?
The song has a lot of, especially in the guitar, a lot of the stuff that the guitar does is something that I would do in my songs, like the hammer-ons and just like the overall tone of it. And then there's some of the lyrics, like I would say that the meaning that I got from the lyrics is something that I would write about. So what I took from the lyrics. It's not exactly what David described, but I've taken it my own way. So the song's about Bridge of Dawn and how it's always there. Like it sees everything and it will always be there, it's always been there. But my way of looking at it was, no matter where you go in life, like things can go wrong, things can go well, but no matter what happens, you can always like kind of fall back on the bridge. But the bridge doesn't have to be the Bridge of Dawn. It can be like home, it can be a person, it can be anything that you can fall back on.
And having that thought, that ethos, if you like, that must help so much in terms of your interpretation of the song.
Yeah, it helps, like picturing something or like an emotion when I'm singing it. It kind of helps having the lyrics and the song come across the way that I want to.
And how do you see it rolling out, or what do you hope that it is going to bring you in the future?
I'm hoping that it does well, and we can go across Scotland, we can promote it like through the small towns, and then maybe get a little bit of momentum off the back of that for myself as well.
I mean, it's a lovely thought, isn't it, when you think the whole album is based around all these, in a lot of cases, small places around the country, and to actually take it and do the live performances around the country in these villages and get the kind of response that you're hoping for. It would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how the actual communities that the songs are written about, how they react to it and how they feel about it and what their opinions are of the songs. I think it'll be cool to see them all come together.
You're having to juggle this with business studies at Napier University. How are you finding that whole process?
It's not that difficult. I'm only in 3 days a week, so it's not that intense, but I'm always playing music anyway, so it's just swapping it out for that. I'm playing music 12 hours a day most days, so a couple hours playing this song is just the same.
And what kind of backing support have you had from your family?
Oh, they're brilliant. My mum and dad have been at every possible gig that they could, always supporting. My brothers have come. My dad is actually basically my roadie. He's like always calling me. He's like, "Have you done this? Right, go do this. I've emailed this person." I'm like, "Thank you, Dad."
And are you now just looking forward to getting the track recorded and to hear the final version?
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear what it sounds like with my voice, and that goes with the other songs as well.
So you've listened through the whole album. Were there any other tracks that particularly resonated with you?
Mainly I'm the Bridge, because there's loads of other songs in that album for Adele, for Foggie, there's one for Shetland, that wouldn't sit probably as good with me as they would with another singer that has like got all the experiences from the tracks and it's more personal to them.
Just finally, I wish you all the very best. I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity and it must just be something that you're so excited about.
Yeah, it's a really good opportunity. Hoping it does well. Hopefully we can all like push it as far as we can and like do as well as we can.
It really was lovely to meet Rhuaridh today. That's 2 singers down and 13 to go. And I have to say, this is the most community-supported project I've ever been involved with. From Lerwick to Yetholm, it's a chance for singers to be seen and heard, while at the same time helping the communities they come from. So please get in touch at the email below, and do remember to go and buy Aeon the Call to help support the project. Here's the singer number 3. Could it be you?
They stuck me here with frostbit hands and called it civic pride. I've seen more breakdowns on this road than therapists can hide. You're texting through your quarter life, you're screaming at the dash. But I remember when your granddad brought home coal and rashers wrapped in cash.